Today, I want to talk with you about a plant that doesn't just sit quietly in the garden, it participates. It feeds your soil, it supports your pollinators, it nourishes your body, and honestly, it brings a kind of life and movement into your space that's hard to describe until you grow it. That plant is borage. If you've ever overlooked it, you're not alone. It's one of the most underrated herbs you can grow. But once you understand what it does, it becomes one of those plants you never want to garden without. Borage, or Borrego officinalis, is often called starflower because of its vivid, five-pointed blue blooms that almost look hand-painted. When the sunlight hits them, they practically glow. But what really makes borage special isn't just how it looks. It's how much it gives. This is a plant that supports your garden ecosystem, offers edible leaves and flowers, and has a long-standing place in traditional herbal practices. It has a fresh, cucumber-like flavor, which surprises a lot of people the first time they taste it. And unlike many herbs that serve just one purpose, borage crosses into culinary, medicinal, and ecological roles all at once. Once you plant it, you'll notice something else too. It tends to stay. Not because it's invasive, but because it reseeds itself in a gentle, almost cooperative way. It becomes part of your garden rhythm. Borage comes from the Mediterranean region, which tells you a lot about its personality. It loves sunshine, warmth, and soil that drains well. The classic variety most people grow has those iconic blue flowers, but there is also a white-flowered variety that feels softer and more subtle in the garden. Both have similar uses, though the blue is more commonly cultivated. The plant itself grows in a loose, slightly sprawling shape, often reaching about 1 to 3 feet tall. The leaves are broad, textured, and covered in fine hairs, which can feel a bit prickly if you're not expecting it. That texture actually plays a role in its resilience. It helps protect the plant from pests and harsh conditions. Borage also develops a deep taproot, which is important not just for its own survival, but for what it does beneath the soil, which we'll talk about more in a bit. If you're looking for an herb that doesn't demand a lot of attention, this is it. Borage grows well in USDA zones 3 through 10, making it incredibly versatile. In a place like Oklahoma, it thrives in the cooler parts of the growing season, especially spring and early summer, but it can continue into fall if conditions are right. The best way to grow it is by direct seeding. Because of its taproot, it doesn't love being transplanted, so you'll want to plant the seeds right where you want them to grow. Plant them about 1/4 inch deep after your last frost, water them in, and you'll usually see sprouts within a week or two. Once established, borage is surprisingly tough. It can tolerate dry conditions better than many leafy herbs, though it does appreciate occasional watering during extended heat. One thing to keep in mind is spacing. Borage can spread out, so give it room to breathe. Good airflow helps keep the plant healthy and reduces the chance of mildew. And here's something gardeners love. If you let a few plants go to seed, you'll likely see new borage plants appear the following season without any extra work. I have put a link in the description for seeds to get you started. This is where borage really shines. If you want to increase pollinator activity in your garden, plant borage. Bees are absolutely drawn to it, and not just occasionally. They'll visit it consistently throughout the day. The flowers continuously produce nectar, which makes borage a reliable food source when other plants might not be blooming as heavily. It's also an excellent companion plant. It grows well near tomatoes, strawberries, squash, and even fruit trees. Many gardeners notice healthier plants and fewer pest issues when borage is nearby. Part of that comes from the beneficial insects it attracts. When you bring in pollinators, you also bring in predatory insects that help keep harmful pests in check. Below the surface, borage is doing something just as important. Its deep taproot pulls minerals like potassium and calcium up from deeper soil layers. When the plant sheds leaves or is composted, those nutrients become available to other plants. So in a way, borage is feeding your garden from the ground up. When it comes to harvesting, timing makes a big difference. The leaves are best when they're young, tender, and still soft. As they mature, they become more fibrous and their fuzzy texture becomes more pronounced. You can harvest leaves throughout the season, but focus on the newer growth for the best flavor and texture. The flowers should be picked when they're fully open and vibrant. Morning is usually the best time, after the dew has dried but before the heat of the day sets in. Borage flowers are delicate, so they're most often used fresh. However, one beautiful way to preserve them is by freezing them in ice cubes. This not only keeps their structure, but also creates a visually stunning addition to drinks. Leaves can be dried for tea, but they lose some of their brightness in the process. If you want the full flavor and effect, fresh is usually best. In the kitchen, borage offers a clean, refreshing taste that's often compared to cucumber with a hint of green herbal depth. The young leaves can be chopped into salads, blended into sauces, or lightly sautéed. Cooking them softens their texture and makes them more approachable. In traditional European cooking, especially in parts of Italy and Spain, borage has been used in fillings for ravioli and savory pies. It pairs beautifully with cheeses, garlic, and olive oil. The flowers are often used as a garnish, but they're more than just decoration. They add a subtle sweetness and a cooling quality that works well in fresh dishes. Even something as simple as adding borage flowers to a salad can completely transform how it feels. Borage also moves easily into more delicate preparations. A tea made from the leaves or flowers is light, slightly sweet, and cooling. Traditionally, it has been used to help ease tension and lift the mood. The flowers are especially popular in desserts. They can be candied and used to decorate cakes, or added to syrups for a subtle floral note. Infusions are another beautiful way to use borage. Adding the flowers to water, lemonade, or herbal blends creates something that feels both refreshing and visually elevated. It's one of those herbs that turns something simple into something memorable. If you want to start using it now, I have put some links in the description for you. Historically, borage has been associated with courage, comfort, and emotional resilience. In traditional herbalism, it was often used to support people during times of stress, grief, or exhaustion. It's considered a cooling herb, which means it helps calm overheated or overstimulated systems. There's also a connection to adrenal support, particularly in traditions that focus on restoring balance after long periods of strain. The seeds of borage are especially valued because they contain gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, which is a fatty acid known for supporting inflammation balance and overall wellness. Borage is perhaps most widely recognized today for its benefits to the skin. The seed oil is rich, nourishing, and often used to support dry, irritated, or aging skin. I put a link in the description to some borage seed oil to get you started. It helps improve moisture retention and can contribute to a smoother, more resilient skin barrier. You'll often see it included in serums, creams, and natural skincare formulations. Nutritionally, the plant contains trace minerals and supportive compounds, though it's typically consumed in small amounts. It's also important to approach borage with awareness. The leaves contain compounds that are not recommended for long-term or excessive internal use, so moderation and informed use are key. Beyond food and medicine, borage has a place in everyday rituals. You can infuse the flowers into oils for simple skincare preparations or add them to bath blends for calming. They pair beautifully with herbs like chamomile, lavender, and calendula, creating blends that feel both soothing and restorative. Even something as simple as floating borage flowers in a bowl of water or adding them to a table setting brings a quiet kind of beauty into your space. It's a reminder that usefulness and beauty can exist together. Borage has been valued for centuries, not just for what it does physically, but for how it was believed to affect the spirit. In ancient Rome, it was added to wine to inspire courage before battle. In medieval Europe, it was associated with joy and emotional uplift. There are old herbal texts that describe it as a plant that gladdens the heart, and that idea has carried forward through generations. Gardeners have long noticed that spaces with borage feel active, alive, and balanced. Whether that's practical, symbolic, or a little of both, it's part of what makes this plant so special. Borage is one of those plants that teaches you something about generosity. It grows quickly, gives freely, supports everything around it, and asks for very little in return. When you add it to your garden, you're not just planting an herb, you're creating a small ecosystem of support for pollinators, for soil, and for yourself. And sometimes that's what a garden really is. Not just a place to grow things, but a place to restore balance. So if you've been thinking about trying something new, let borage be one of those plants. Give it a little space, a little sunlight, and watch what it brings into your garden. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might love it too. Check out the description for links to borage tea, seeds, oils, and other helpful goodies. And if you grow or use borage, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.